Okay, guys, I'm gonna be talking about bedwars kits and about what I think about the kits and if they need nerfs or not, or buffs. So, yes, we have all the kits right here. I know where all of them like do. First off, let's do the one other in about barbarian. I'd say barbarian is actually really, really good. If anything, if you get 800 Robux, I'd say one of the picks you should get is probably Barbarian, Grim Reaper, or Vulcan. Because these are like the best kits, not in the game, but Robux wise. And yeah, you know the other kits that cost, yes. And I think it really doesn't need a nerf, neither a buff. It's pretty good, and it's actually like really it's balanced because it actually takes a while to get the rage blade, but when you actually get the rage blade, it's really the most OP sword in the game. So I think it's fine as it is. It doesn't really need no buff. Baker. I think the Baker is really not that good, honestly. If anything, if I'm doing a speed run or something, I guess I use a Baker for the speed boost, but that's really all. I don't use that Baker that much, neither does anyone else. Cause it's not really that OP, but I think they should actually buff the Baker because you know how the Baguette is like really OP in the game, and the Baker kind of looks French. So what if they add the bread, the baguette to Baker? Only Baker can buy the baguette, because that would actually make sense since he bakes like bakery and like they make bread. It really actually makes sense. In my opinion, he should get the bread and not everyone should get it because the game is um well pretty overpowered when the bread comes into the game. It's probably just called bread wars if you really think about it. Yeah, so that's what I think about Baker getting the buff. And now Inferno Shielder. Inferno Shielder is not really that balanced. He's actually really bad. It's filled. Inferno Shielder is actually made for bow spammers, but still they can actually still kill you either way when you're in the bridge. I mean, it's kind of good for getting diamonds, but if somebody has a tactical bow and a crossbow, they can actually kill you really easy. Yes, so I think it should get a buff. Maybe it doesn't get any damage from when you pull. Nah, that's way too OP. Maybe the Inferno Shielder can I won't say it when he pulls out the shield doesn't do any damage. Maybe when you pull out the shield, yeah. When you pull out the shield, it won't do that much. It'll do one damage, zero damage with sword, one damage stone sword, two damage iron sword, and three damage diamond sword, emerald sword, four damage, rage blade, five damage. And what they should do is that they should actually make it so so when you touch the shield, it actually does an insane knockback. Maybe like the bread, cause that would actually be really OP. Like when you PvPing and then somebody's about to kill you, you just pull out the shield, bro, and they just get knocked back hard. And then next thing that looks like it's Melody. Yeah, Melody is actually pretty balanced, but I think I should actually get a tiny buff about that healing. If anything, they should do it at least 35 healing because Melody is not really that good if you're really thinking about it. So I think they should both about another 10 health boost, another 10 health. Yeah, that's really all I have to say for Melody. Pharmacletus, the same thing about Barbarian. It's balanced and and like each seed is 3 emeralds. That's a lot of emeralds. You can literally kill a farmer really easy. Just don't let them touch those emeralds, you know? So yeah, I think farmer is balanced. Yeah, the only balanced ones right now is farmer and, you know, barbarian. Next one is Pirate Davy. Oh my god. Pirate Davy needs a buff. He's like one of the trashiest ones. I think that Pirate Davy should have more range and he can not only shoot TNT, but he can shoot fireballs. And his like when you shoot TNT, it's any range you really want. And it's like bullet, like the fire, literally bullet shot, like the fire balls. That would actually make it pretty balanced. And maybe you could think about something else. I don't know. Put the suggestions in the chat. Now, Elder Tree. Elder Tree has been getting nerfed really a lot. I now think he's actually pretty bad and not really the best unit in the game. Because the thing is that he's gotten nerfed so many times because of how much how much orbs how much health the orbs give, and by the time you're like at weight, like the bed breaks, you're gonna be at like 400 or 300 health. It's not really that good because you can literally have diamond armor and that's like almost better. Plus, if you have emerald armor, you're literally, if you have emerald armor and a diamond sword, emerald sword. Even if you have an emerald sword, that's gonna even if you have emerald armor and elder tree with 400 health, and you have an emerald sword, you would still beat it. It doesn't matter if the elder tree has rage blade. Neither. Yeah, you probably die. No, you wouldn't die, but you would win even if it has emerald. Well, yeah, I just said rage blade and wouldn't die. So same goes for emerald sword. So yeah, I think he shouldn't need, but I think he's pretty good. Just don't get him. He's actually pretty balanced. He's only really good at the start of the game. Just get stone sword, go to the middle, and you're gonna be dominating every single one, every single everybody because you have like 150 health and you're gonna be dominating everybody. By the time you get 200 health, you're just staying at middle and just just staying there and killing everybody if they try to come. Next up, Grim Reaper. All I have to say is really Grim Reaper does need a slightly buff. The thing is that when we go invisible, I want us like the people with like Grim Reaper actually to go invisible. That would actually be really cooler because when I see like a Grim Reaper, frick, I have the camera glitch. Yo, bedwars, fix your game. Can't even go in first person. And like you know how well. So yeah, I really just want Grim Reaper to actually be invisible and not like being fake invisible, because you can still see them when they're invisible. So it's kind of like a scam when they say you can turn invisible, because you can't really turn invisible. Your avatar just turns invisible, but then there's a green orb thingy around you, and then like people will see you. And also, they nerfed my boy Grim Reaper hard. Like I remember, it was pretty overpowered when you could use pickaxe when you were invisible. He was the best kid in the game when you use the pickaxe when you're invisible. But now you can't even use it. So like it made him kind of really bad because now you can't even use it. So what I do when I'm using Grim Reaper, I just get the bed, and when they try to come and kill me, I just use the orb, Pretty smart actually. Next kid. The Wizard Kid. The Wizard Kid needs a buff for real. He's not that balanced because the thing is that His damage is really bad. I know that his red orb thingy does like does slow, but that really doesn't do anything at all. Like it just slows a little bit. And so I think his his like orb thingy should do like maybe like 5 damage each, like each little damage, like 5 damage each time it's damage the player with emerald armor. 5 damage with emerald armor, that is kind of OP. And you could use that with people with no armor, it would do 40 damage. And it does that like 3 times, so that means it would do 15 damage of emerald armor, and you can maybe say it can do 20 damage to diamond armor, which means it will be doing 60 damage. That's what I think. And the likelings, the thunder thingy, that should actually paralyze. And if you guys don't know what paralyze means, it's like when you're basically you just get like electric shooted or whatever, and like you cannot move. Like, and it really stinks. So I think that should actually do like 16 damage like it does, but it actually paralyzes and stops the person that you paralyze for 5 seconds. Not really 5 seconds. That's actually really bad. Maybe 2 seconds. That would actually be really OP. Because in 2 seconds you can get a like people say the first hit on a person, you basically have 90% chance of winning. You know. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I think about the wizard kit. Vulcan kit, this so usually he's balanced, needs a buff, 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 needs a buff. Everybody needs a buff except for Vulcan. Now the thing is that Vulcan actually needs a nerf. Yes, I'm saying a nerf. He is not balanced at all. Because the thing is that he has infinite ammo plus. This is literally, that thing is unbreakable. You cannot. It doesn't matter if it's literally like, like axe, pickaxe, fireball, TNT, you cannot break it. It is impossible to break it because of the buff they did. Like that's actually really OP, and I don't think they should like have infinite ammo. I think they only have 100 ammo, and each 2 minutes they get refilled. That would actually make sense. Or they will keep it as that, and then one turret would actually cost 5 emeralds, because or just 4 emeralds, because that would actually make a lot of sense and not make like no sense at all. So yeah. So next, warrior. Warrior does not need buff, neither nerf. Pretty balanced. Not pretty. He is balanced. Armor's cheaper. Level 10 to level up. That's actually pretty hard. No, not pretty hard. Pretty easy. Just like 3 days of grinding. Not really grinding. I mean, you would probably do it easy for the weekly. Like, I'm literally level 20 already. And like, really, yeah. It's actually pretty balanced. Beekeeper. Well, no. Jade. Jade. She needs a buff. At least make her thing do damage. Like, at least make her do, like, 30 damage to a person with no armor. That would actually be good. That's all I'm gonna say. Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter? I'd say he's pretty overpowered, but at the same time, if you nerf him, it's gonna make him bad. At least give him give the person 2 emeralds and like 50 iron, because it really makes sense. Next up, Beekeeper Beatrix. It needs a buff. She needs a buff. Like, they could actually make a tier 3. Like, what if you make a beehive and you add 5 bees to the beehive? It's tier 3. That's all. You have one beehive with 5 bees. It's tier 3 now. Tier 3 that gives iron, that gives diamonds. And that's all I'm gonna say. Just 5 bees and one hive can give you basically tier 3, but with diamonds. Cause they nerfed them hard, and I don't even think about using this kit anymore. I was so psyched, but they nerfed it hard. Next kit, Raven. Raven, he has to do more damage. They did him dirty. At least make him do like 20 damage, no armor, or 30, and actually make his point. Actually make him like, I'm fine with 30 damage. But the thing is that, you know, when you explode your Raven, they should actually do knockback, because that would make sense. And like, yeah, it really needs knockback. And it's pretty balanced, since when the people have balloons, you just go, bro, and all their balloons just pop. Because each time you do damage, you know, it pops. So when you do the Raven and the poison effect, I think Raven was actually made for to stop those balloons people, like those balloon kids, because like they always been like just balloon, like literally the tactic. Oh, get balloon. Yeah, I'm gonna get a balloon, go to boost base, spam TNT, spam the 10 TNT that I have, jump down with my iron axe, and then break it, and then run away with my other balloons. Yes, that's literally what they do. But for Raven, just pop the Raven. It does damage, and all their balloons just pop. It's pretty overpowered. I think those were made for the balloons. People. Flamethrower. Well, Pyro. He doesn't need a nerf, neither a buff. He's pretty balanced, if I had to say. Okay, next. Builder. Builder needs a buff. What I'm saying is that when you use him, when you like do the when you do the protection, it should actually cost more. Maybe like 10 iron each one. No, maybe like 20 iron each one. Because what I'm about to say is actually pretty OP. Because now it's 5 iron. It's 5 iron, but I want to make it 20 iron because of what I'm about to say. See, and it can do 3 times the health. Not really the health, but how powerful it is. So like, for example, you get obsidian and you do that, right? So that would probably cost 10 emeralds just to do one of those. And it would have 3 times the health. 3 times. Wool would take like, I don't know. I think wool would be like, nah, like wool, it would be like a 12 shotted. And 12 hits, that is not easy. Archer, it doesn't need a buff. Well, yes, I just said it in the video about Archer. I literally just talked about Archer. Lassie needs more range. Please add more range to Lassie. And actually, make it that you could give the if you could give the rope to other people, the lasso to other people. Yes, make it infinite range like the bow, and make it like you can drop it to people. Yeah, that would actually be good. They should also make not the Raven dude. What I mean, I was about to say Raven dude. Yeah, his name is Raven dude. Well, Raven. Yeah, that dude. You could actually, if they can make it that you could drop off his Ravens, that'd be good too. If you could, yeah, there's not really anything else to drop. Yeah, so that's what I think about bedwars kits. And by the way, this been here for a long time. Tell me when this sword is coming out, and tell me when this kit is coming out, cause it looks like a kit. By the way, they need to buff the battle pass once again. Because it only gives 2,000. At least give us 5,000 each round. I know it's really OP, but still, how are we gonna get level 50? I mean, literally level 50 in 7 weeks. Like, that's impossible unless you have no life. Because it's even making, it's like, it's still struggling, still trying to get level 21. Even if you get like 12 kills and you take a dub and you get 2 beds, you only get like 2,000 exp. Like, are you for real? Like, that's pretty useless. So I'm just gonna end the video now. I hope this is not a really like long video. So bye.